Last time I showed off 7... Wait, what? Wait, what? Who titled the video that if there's only 6? Last time I showed you 6 possible Skyrim alternatives, and some of you guys seemed to love that video and wanted more, and others, not so much. But like I said in the comments of that video, I am sorry. I did a lot more research for this video to make sure no games are abandoned in early access or too much like Dark Souls or anything like that. Fair warning though, not all of these games are out, and no, they are not exactly like Skyrim. For example, some of these games are lacking in things like character customization, but if you're okay with suggestions like Kingdom Come Deliverance or The Witcher, games that I like low-key ranted about in the last one, you should be just fine with these. Anyway, seeing as I'm always looking for a way around killing Alduin for the 100th time, I kept looking for more alternatives, and you guys actually recommended a lot of them to me. I won't mention all of the comments I got, but I'm super grateful to all of you for the support, because this list would have taken me forever and I would have had to go to page 3 of Google and through 20 more articles that just tell me to play Morrowind and Elden Ring again. This is what I signed up for. This is what I wanted. I'm dumb! Stop doing that! This game, for example, was recommended to me in the comments of the last video, so thank you for that. Ashes of Creation is an open-world MMORPG. Wait. MMORPG?
Skyrim is not an MMORPG.
Yes, but I mean, Skyrim has mods that adds multiplayer, and well, like I said, not everything on this list is going to be just a Skyrim clone. There's going to be a bit of diversity to keep things interesting. Otherwise, I might as well just be telling you to play the rest of the Elder Scrolls games. Not that those are clones, please don't hate me. Anyway, Ashes of Creation sadly doesn't seem to have a clear release date yet, but if there's any news on this game or any of the games, I'll leave it in an update in the pinned comment below. This game seems to have a big emphasis on player decisions, stating that your actions during exploration, trading, and building will have a permanent effect on the world, and I love that. That's super cool. I love to see when your actions actually make a big difference. I think that's a really cool thing to have in a game. And just looking through the website, it does remind me a lot of Elder Scrolls Online, another big MMORPG. You can collect crafting items, make trades, etc. And that's great because so many articles point to Elder Scrolls Online as a Skyrim alternative. Ashes of Creation seems pretty ambitious, being made in Unreal Engine 5, which allows it to have these beautiful graphics, and stating that the world will actually develop around you in real time as you progress through the game, and that is insane to me. Again, love to see things like that, but maybe online multiplayer isn't exactly your thing. I get it. I know it's not typically mine, and that brings us to Crimson Desert. In Crimson Desert, you're thrown into a gritty world ravaged by war. Hey, kind of like Skyrim. It's an open-world action-adventure game that allows you to explore alone or with your in-game group. Unfortunately, that does mean no custom character, but if you can look past that, this game looks like it has a lot of potential. The graphics are beautiful, and the world seems massive. As you explore, you'll find people you can help, solve puzzles that involve magic, and fight monsters and creatures that look amazing. I bring this up all the time, but creature design, it's a big thing for me, and it really makes a huge difference, and I super love these. Even the normal animals that you would find in the real world look super well made. The game actually reminds me a lot of modded Skyrim once you get into all the technical animation replacers and whatnot. It really does remind me of that a little bit. But the visual effects here are insane. One of the scenes that stands out to me is when the player is having their sword struck by lightning and fighting with this electrified sword. That is definitely something I want to be using in this type of fantasy-styled game. Another visual and story piece that looks super intriguing is the time dungeons. No idea what it's about, honestly, and I don't actually know if the devs know either. While this game looks amazing, it's definitely still work in progress, and sadly the release got delayed until 2024. But if that's how long it takes for them to make a good game and maybe optimize it a little bit, I don't mind a little bit of a wait. Alright, moving on, we have Flintlock, the Siege of Dawn, which is set to release sometime this year, supposedly. In this game, what's happening? Who made a typo in the script? In this game, you join the last stance against the old god's army of the undead, along with your magic companion Enki? Is that right? Right? Is his name supposed to be Enki? You're equipped with a melee weapon in one hand and a newly invented flintlock in the other, which is just like how I used to play in Skyrim, sort of. Alright, I realize you won't be shooting any lightning bolts in this game, but you do have a magic animal companion that can help you in combat, and the environment looks really nice. Which is great because the Steam page states that you can fly around and explore the world filled with deserts, caverns, and all sorts of secrets, all while fighting against the gods. Admittedly, a few of the creature designs didn't really strike me the same way that some of the other games on this list did, but there are still quite a few that look super well made, especially the Egyptian-inspired looking monster. That just looks nuts to me. It looks super good. And honestly, even the way the skeletons spring to life in the trailer looks really well done. Alright, okay, this next game is more of an alternative if you're looking solely at archery gameplay, maybe? But as a full Skyrim alternative, it's lacking in similar story elements and customization. The Axis Unseen is a heavy metal horror game? How is this a Skyrim alternative? It's not exactly, but it is made by one of the devs who worked on both Skyrim and Fallout, apparently. And it was also recommended by one of you in the comments of the last video, so thanks again. That's why I wanted to at least give this an honorable mention, because it looks really good, it looks great, and I actually really do want to give it a try, but it's not exactly what I would typically look for in a Skyrim alternative. The only weapon I've seen is the bow, and this looks like more of a fantasy hunting game, rather than your true typical RPG game, like Skyrim. It is, however, open world, and you'll be hunting monsters from folklore, learning the secrets of the hunt, and better ways to take down your targets, and it's got, yeah, a pretty metal soundtrack. This leaves us with the final game, and please editing mocks do not make the same joke as last time. I don't think people want to see that, damn. Okay, it wasn't Skyrim, but stop doing that. Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon is an open RPG set to release March 30th, actually. That's like super soon. Throughout this game, you will be exploring a dark interpretation of Arthurian legends, which is pretty evident from the trailer.
What do you want from us?
To take the Excalibur, obviously.
Long after the death of the king, the world is struck by the Red Death, as it was many years ago. How do you fit into all of this? That's for you to find out, I guess, because I couldn't exactly tell from the trailer. But the story and world building does seem really promising. I know basically nothing about Arthurian legends. I'm just pretty sure that dude Arthur is probably someone involved in there, and everybody knows Excalibur. That being said, I would have expected a far less fantasy-like experience, but looking into it, this game looks like it is packed with fantasy elements throughout the world, and that's pretty obvious when you look at the creatures you'll be going up against. And actually, this isn't even the first game in the Tainted Grail series. Tainted Grail Conquest came first and is a card game, so not exactly a Skyrim alternative. But we know we're jumping into an existing universe, which I assume has a built-up world and storyline. This is actually one of those games that took me by surprise, looking super fleshed out and just needing like a little bit of polish. You'll be encountering a wide range of characters and making choices that actually matter, which you know I love if you watched the other video, and how I ranted a little bit about how sometimes you make choices in these games and all the choices lead up to the same thing. Games, stop doing that, please. It's really annoying. This game looks amazing, and I'm actually really excited to pick this up. Pretty sure this was the game that had a demo, which I have actually installed on my Steam, and I'm super hyped to play it, and then eventually play the full game when it comes out, because it looks super good. The gameplay for this actually reminds me a lot of Skyrim, with its character customization, combat, and the general atmosphere. Maybe a bit more like Oblivion, but I can't quite put my finger on why. But that's going to be just about it. What did you guys think of this list? The last video blew up way more than I thought it would, so thank you guys so much for that. I super appreciate the support, and I appreciate all the constructive comments, and I really do want to give good lists, which is why I tried to steer away from things that were a little more popular, go into things that are a little lesser known. But really, if you're looking for an alternative to Skyrim, you should just play Skyrim again. No, dear God, do not listen to that. That would make this whole list pointless. Play one of these games. They look really good, I promise. Are there any other Skyrim alternatives that you guys would recommend? We just became a partner on YouTube, and I just hit 15,000 subscribers, and I want to do something for that because that is absolutely insane to me. Thank you so much for that, guys. This is an insane number that we hit, and I'm super hyped. But that's for another video. Thank you all for watching. See you all in the next one, and goodbye.